solo with our friend Ryan Joe from Don't Burn the Day, and he is going to tell us all about what's new at Friendly Shoes. You know, Friendly Shoes have been a sponsor of ours at Don't Burn the Day for a while, and we love you guys. So we decided to have you back on the show to talk about all the things that are new and coming up for the holiday season and all those sorts of things. So welcome to Monday, and thank you for coming back on with us.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having us,
You're
Shannon.
welcome. You're
Uh,
welcome.
I love Don't Burn the Day. I love the name. I love the concept. I love what it does for other people.
Thank you.
And recently, we were in New Jersey at the Abilities Expo, and a young woman came up to us and said, "Hey, I've heard of Friendly Shoes. So how'd you hear about us?" And she says, "Don't Burn the Day podcast."
Wow,
AJ
how
and
awesome is that?
yeah.
When you
I was
told me
like,
that,
all right, all right.
when
So
you told me that before the show, I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness. Well, you guys know that usually I have a sidekick of mine, AJ, with us, but he is not with us today. And I know he's super sad because he wanted to be. So shout out to you, AJ, if you're listening or watching this. I hope I make you proud today. But yeah, we wanted to have you back on the show just to talk about everything new because we know secretly there's some new stuff going on with Friendlies and we want to talk all about it. And obviously, your inclusive footwear is just amazing. I have a pair, AJ has a pair, and we love them. We rave about them all the time, and it's so awesome to hear that Don't Burn the Day and Friendlies are making such an impact on society. So it's great.
yeah, that word inclusion gets tossed around a lot these days. You hear
Yeah,
it, um, you you hear it used sincerely. You hear it used by brands and companies and politicians who are not so sincere, and what they're
right.
going to do is just clout chase and
Yeah,
get a diversity checkbox clicked. So
yeah,
for us,
exactly.
what it means is that we want to make objectively beautiful shoes that anyone would want to wear, and we want those shoes to be accessible to individuals that have genuine adaptive footwear challenges.
Right.
Phrased differently, we want to make a shoe that is attractive enough for Brad Pitt and
Yeah,
accessible enough for Michael J. Fox. That's
exactly. And you
what
guys,
we want to do.
I have to stop you right there because you guys have heard me say many of times that I absolutely love my friendly shoes, and it's not because they are accessible for me as a woman with CP who has dexterity in her left side, but also because girls, they are so cute. So if you're looking for a new pair of friendly shoes, go over to friendlyshoes.com, check them out. And by the end of the show, I think we have a little special surprise that I wanted to wait to announce on the show today. And we'll wait a little bit for that. But I'm so excited to be partnering with you in that way. And yeah, let's talk a little bit more about inclusive footwear and what it means to friendlies.
Yeah, so for us, it means a shoe that looks like this.
Look how cute, you guys! Seriously, look how cute.
You know, it's attractive. It's lightweight.
Yeah,
It's grippy. Any child, any person could benefit by wearing this shoe.
absolutely.
If they like the style, they can use it. But it's accessible with our patented rear zipper to individuals that have real challenges with shoe donning or shoe fitting, be it an AFO, wide foot, swelling, um, difficulty going through the steps involved in donning a shoe.
Yeah,
Friendly shoes are simpler. Simpler means that there's less steps involved in the donning process. They're
absolutely.
easier. They're easier, and that means that it takes less effort and energy and time to don the shoe. And it's discreet. You really can't see that zipper. If you didn't know it's there, you wouldn't know it's there.
Right.
And it's important. We don't want anyone sticking out like a sore thumb here.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's kind of what I was gonna. My next point was that, I you see things that are called accessible, or we get into the realm of accessible fashion. I've been a blogger for accessible fashion on the side for a while, and I've written about things that are accessible. But what I love so much about Friendly Shoes is that they're not just accessible, but they're cute, and they don't look like a shoe for a disabled person or a disabled individual. They look just like a quote unquote normal shoe that anybody would wear. And I absolutely love that because when you're talking about kids, especially, and especially nowadays, you talk about inclusion in a different way. You know, they're all going to school now, and you know, or most of them, they can wear these shoes, and you want to make sure that they feel comfortable and stylish in whatever they wear, and that they fit in with their peer group. You know, and they that's mostly what they want to do. You know, even for my girls who are not disabled, they always are looking to fit in with their peer group. And sorry about that, guys. Um, they're always looking to fit in with their peer group, and I think that's so important also with the disabled individuals or disabled children or anybody who wears these kind of shoes, because that's one thing that's really important is just feeling inclusive, you know, feeling like you're part of the group. And that's one thing that we love about Friendlies here.
Yeah, we want to, you know, and you're right, with kids, it's even more important. It's a little
Yeah.
different. They want to wear something that their friends would also want to wear.
Yeah,
And
exactly. I don't mean to say, I don't mean to point them out differently, but I want to say that they want to fit in with their friends, and they want to wear exactly what their friends are wearing. So Friendlies makes that possible with a shoe like that. I mean, they look so cute, and they're like stylish and amazing. So yeah.
yeah, so with kids, you know, we want to just eliminate stigma, that
Right.
there's no stigma attached. And
Right.
anytime someone says, "Oh, do you make a disability shoe?" I say, "No,
No.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
In no way, shape, or form do we make a disability shoe. This is an awesome shoe with a great piece of technology that's at minimum a life hack, a 21st century convenience,
Right.
and it's also accessible and accommodating to individuals that really need it. Simple.
Right.
That's what makes it inclusive. That's what makes it something that everyone can benefit from. You know, from day one, we've said that the best adaptive products benefit us all.
Oh, because
Anyone,
why? Because why? Eventually, all of us, you know, in some way or another, whether you're in a chair like myself right now, or you're born with a disability, or you acquire your disability, or you are an elderly person, you're eventually going to need all those adaptations that come with having a disability anyway. So having a shoe like Friendlies makes it just you're one step closer to being in the hip crowd when you you know, when you either acquire a disability or have a disability, or your shoes even work on the elderly, I would imagine, correct?
yeah, they're great for seniors, and a lot of seniors have our shoes, and they report that it helps them in several ways. For one, sometimes you get to a point where whether it's dexterity or eyesight, laces
Yeah.
are a real challenge.
Hmm.
At the same time, seniors need adjustability. They may
Right.
have swelling, they may have edema, they may have diabetes, they may be heavy. So there's all these different reasons why, even if they're otherwise perfectly healthy as a senior. I mean, let's just be honest. Nothing gets easier with age, um,
No.
and especially not shoes.
Right.
And so what happens when seniors don't have properly fitted shoes that they can easily put on and off themselves is they tend to either not wear shoes that were sandals or grippy socks, which in turn is not good for their safety. It's actually increasing their fall risk by not wearing good shoes.
And I was even going to say to you, I started thinking when you started talking, wouldn't it kind of inhibit their balance too if they had to bend down and tie?
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. There's definitely balance issues that they have. So seniors need good shoes more than almost anyone, for
Right.
safety, for active living, for feeling good, for positive self-concept, for being able to continue work. Many seniors work.
Mhm.
So for vocation, for community engagement, wearing appropriately fashionable shoes for the workplace, church, or anything else, or any other place they may go. But if they can't put on shoes with ease, and they're going to wind up wearing oversized shoes, which presents its own increase in fall risk and friction and rubbing and the lack of a good fit. You'll see seniors wearing sandals or shoes with shoes that don't have a heel, like a clog,
Right.
and
Like
none of that's good.
what are those called? What are they called? The new ones, the
Crocs.
yeah, Crocs. Can
Yeah,
we
you'll see a lot of seniors in Crocs, and those are not well fitted shoes to their foot.
talk
It's not
about Crocs?
providing
I
good fit.
hate them. Like I don't like Crocs at all.
Hey,
That's
Crocs are good for fishing.
that's a personal opinion, but I don't like Crocs.
But
Much
yeah, so
much rather have a friendly shoes rather than Crocs.
seniors can do this shoe. This is the shortest, easiest to pull, fully functional access zipper in the world.
Oh, wow.
The front zipper is helpful to individuals who don from a seated position or who may have greater arm strength that they can pull back on the
Yeah.
zipper. My favorite, if I had to tell someone, if someone was going to try a friendly shoe for the first time, I would always say go with the rear zipper. And the reason why is that for all the times in life where we're not walking, where we're at a desk, in a chair, in a car, on a plane, stuck in traffic, on a Zoom meeting, you just unzip. And the
Yeah.
shoe is fixated to your foot. Your heel cup is preserved. It's on your foot. It's not going to fall off, but you can unzip and get more air and comfort and breathability. And it's
And
almost
I will tell you guys for a fact. I absolutely do that with my shoes. Sometimes we have long days of work here. Even though we film from home, some days we have long days of work, and it's a lot of time at the computer editing and doing different things. And I'll have my shoes on from going out, and I'll just unzip them a little bit to give myself a little more comfort. And you guys, I've always had to worry about shoes falling off if I did that or untying them, and so he's absolutely right when it comes to comfortability and using the zipper. Yeah, if you get a pair of friendly shoes and you just feel like you're wearing them and they get a little tight, just unzip them and they still work perfect.
Yeah, so I want to share a short video
Sure.
that I made, kind of highlighting what inclusive footwear means to us,
Yeah.
and this idea that the same shoe that a supermodel could wear
Yep.
is also accessible to someone that has a real distinct challenge donning shoes.
Yeah, and
So
then after the video plays, we're gonna talk a little bit about one of your new lines that are just out recently, right? The
yeah,
the I Can 2 line for kids, and also we're gonna talk about some new things going on. So let's run the video, and then we'll talk about some other things.
okay, sounds good. So you can see my screen now. You see
Yep.
this video, and on the left, the blue side, you know, the goal is amazing shoes that anyone would want to wear, that are also accessible to individuals with footwear challenges. Roll the tape.
I think these are really great. They slip right on. They're wide enough. They're easy to use. They're amazing. We've looked everywhere for shoes. Can't find what we need. And she can do these herself. I don't think that she really has ever been able to put on her own shoes.
You
So
want to go ahead? I was
Yes.
gonna mention how much I really kind of gravitate towards what the mom or whoever that was there said at the end of the video. She's never been able to put on her own shoes, and she might even look like she was 12, 13 years old. So how amazing is that? For the first time, this girl has been able to put on her shoes. That's pretty awesome for you to be able to say.
Yeah, it was touching. That was at the Arizona Abilities Expo, and that young woman was actually, I think, more like closer to 20 years old.
Oh, she looks younger.
So,
I'm sorry.
well, I mean, I could be wrong, but her whole life she's never been able to put on shoes herself, much
That's
less a
amazing.
pair of shoes that someone as fit and healthy as Lydia, the
Right.
model pictured in that video, could wear. I mean,
Yeah.
Lydia's a friend of ours, and she's a model. We asked her to model our friendly shoes one day. So she was walking in the shoes and she really liked them. She says they're comfortable. She says they're lightweight. She thought the peach model was particularly stylish. She
Yeah.
said that it's unique. There's not a lot of peach shoes. So she opted for that. And then after I filmed that interaction with that customer in Arizona, it occurred to me that that was the same shoe that Lydia had worn. So that side by side, video, I think is pretty powerful, and
Yeah.
it's definitely humbling. So that's what inclusive footwear means. That's the goal. That's our North Star. Everything we ever make is gonna look great and feel good, and also be accessible to the people who really need the help.
Well, you guys are right on point with what you're doing, and we are so proud to call you our everyday sponsors here on Don't Burn the Day. And we thank you from day one. You guys have supported us, and we thank you so much. And we always love to get your message out and get your shoes out to everyone and anyone we can. And we love the fact that recently, when you were at the expo, that young woman came up and spoke to you about Don't Burn the Day. So that just means we're getting your message out And
It is. It
we're so
does.
proud to be able to do that. But why don't you tell us a little bit more about the new You Can Too or I Can Too line from Friendlies?
Yeah. So I'll dive into that, but I want to touch on the message. And we were
Okay.
talking to kids earlier and decreasing stigma
Right.
and these things. So our message, like friendly means helping others. That's what our shoes do. Joseph called this company Friendly, and he filed for the trademark, and which we got Friendly Ink and Friendly Shoes.
I'm sorry, did I mix you guys up earlier? You guys always come on our show, so we have a different.
Yeah, no, it's okay. He just couldn't make it
Joe's
today.
on the show with us today. I'm sorry.
But the message for the kids is printed right there on the tongue. Be friendly, help others, and put an arm around each other.
I think.
You know,
Okay.
if there's a message that needs to get out there these days, it's to be friendly. We got to help each other. This divisiveness in our country is ruining things, and we have a great thing going here in the United States. Let's get back to being friendly.
Yeah, you guys, I have to agree with our partner here. I wanted to say that before you said it, but you said it perfectly. In these days and times, guys, it's really important just to remember that basic message of being friendly. So I absolutely love that every single pair of your shoes has that on the inside there, and even on the boxes. If you get a pair of friendly shoes and you have a box sent to you, that's what's on the box. And so that message is so important. It's so important in these days and times, and that's the message that not only Friendlies wants to share, but also Don't Burn the Day. So we are so proud, as I have said continuously during today, to share that message and to continue to share it to the public for you. So go ahead.
Yeah. So that brings us to the I Can Too collection by Friendly Shoes. We have 11 beautiful new models out.
Yeah.
New styles out, front zippers and rear zippers, 11 styles total. We call it the I Can Too collection because almost any child can put on their shoes. We're going to be sharing some videos and things over the next couple of days that we just filmed. And, you know, we have a young girl, healthy, but she just turned 4. She's very young. She obviously can't tie laces and very much struggles putting on shoes. Just the act of opening it up, sticking her foot in, it's very hard. So we got her on film and she was able to put on her shoe for the first time by herself. She's now shoe independent, and that's the goal. The goal is independence. I can too. I can be independent too. Children love independence. And you know what? So do parents. I haven't put on either of my children's shoes in years. I just toss them the shoe and they grab it and they put it on as young as the age of 3. So that's a great help for kids and parents. It checks one little thing off the list that they are now independent on. And that's why we call it the I Can Too. So a couple of features common to all the shoes in the I Can Too collection. Number 1, sensory friendly. And I know a few other brands have talked about making sensory friendly shoes, but ours are unique. A couple of things. First, we have a memory foam insole that's removable and flattened out, so we don't have the arch or metatarsal supports that we have on some of our other shoes. Rather, it's just a smooth, flat memory foam surface, still lots of cushion for shock absorbing and comfort, but smooth. So in case any individual, especially if they have autism, they may have a real sensory sensitivity. And so that's going to help with, and that's going to be great. Number 2 is that if you struggle putting on shoes, you may also struggle with socks. Fact is, socks aren't that easy either.
Look, so I'm 40 years old and I still struggle with socks. I don't wear them most of the time because I struggle with them. So
exactly. And a lot of people just prefer to go without socks.
Well, I live in Florida too, so it makes it really easy not to have to wear socks a lot of time. But now in the winter, it might be a little bit harder. But I will still wear my Friendly shoes without socks any day.
Yeah, so we tried really hard to make it just as smooth as possible. We padded the interior and tongue as we do on all Friendly shoes. So it's smooth on the inside, and we even removed the label. Most shoes have like a plastic label that's like pressed on it, that's stamped on it or on it, and that can be irritating. And even if it's not so rough, it's a different sensation than the rest of the shoe, and that can. And especially
for kids with sensory issues like autism or any other type of disability that might entwine a sensory disability, that's a little difficult.
Yeah. So we just printed the pertinent information on, So it's perfectly smooth, has a consistent feel across the tongue where there's the most friction with the top of the foot. And we've had a lot of positive feedback from customers saying that their children who have these sensory sensitivities really like the shoe. They're able to wear it. They're comfortable and they can do it themselves. And that means the world to any child that struggles with other ordinary acts of daily living.
I'm so, again, I've seen the pictures of the new line and just your regular shoes. Having a pair myself, and being able to share that with our DBTD family and all the individuals out there. I'm so super proud to be to have you on today, and then also to be discussing with you all of these factors, because it's so important that people know about this for everyday use, and not just kids with disabilities, but anybody. We're talking about inclusivity, we're talking about diversity, and it's so important for any kid, not just kids with disabilities, any adult, not just adults with disabilities, to have those types of shoes and that type of comfort. So again, thank you so much, just for coming on and talking about these great shoes. And I know, like, we have a lot more to talk about today, and I'm going to get to those things, but I really want to kind of just talk to you about what you have this different line. Yeah, I can too. And I was watching a video the other day, and that's kind of the reason why we wanted to have you back on today specifically. So I watched the video as a young child was in the park. I think she was with her mom, and I just thought, how cool is that she just slipped on her shoe and ran to the park like any other kid. And we were talking about, like I said, we were talking about inclusivity, but I think it's really important for you just to, as a business owner, as somebody that works there, just to kind of reiterate how important independence is on this scale for kids, and also within your shoe company.
Yeah, I mean, that's what wakes us up in the morning is
Yeah.
these moments where people report that their lives were enhanced, were normalized, were made easier through our product. So that means everything. And it's also why we don't cut any corners. Our new line, right, the I Can Twos, the kids shoes, they're made with the same materials, the same quality of construction as the adult shoes. This is an adult men's excursion,
In
shrunk
fact,
down.
in
Yeah,
fact,
just
you
shrunk.
were telling me a little bit earlier, before the show went live, that as I was telling you about an individual that we actually have partnered and are sending shoes to, and I told you the style that we're sending, and I said I really love it, but it didn't come in a woman's shoe, and you said, well, here's the difference. So you want to kind of explain that in case someone might be maybe interested in matching their child. I mean, because I know that's a thing these days. We like to match our kids when we go out and wear outfits. So maybe show the conversion for women. If you're a woman and you want to wear like a kid's shoe, what's that like?
So, it's not exactly an exact science because shoe sizing is kind of unique to each brand. Each brand grades their shoes in length and width a little differently.
Right, and that's something I want to talk. That's something I want to touch on too. But I'm going to let you finish that first.
Yeah, and generally, kid shoes tend to be much narrower than adult shoes. So even if a adult can fit in length, a kid's shoe may not be wide enough. So our kid shoes are wide, so it will accommodate some adults with small feet. And we know that there's a lot of men and women that do have relatively small feet, either just because they have small feet or due to some other condition. So that's why we run, lots of brands stop running kids shoes past size 4 kids or juniors. That way you kind of get pushed into adult land where it costs more, which is why. But we run it through size 6 juniors, which is a pretty big junior shoe. A size 6 juniors is about like a 6 or 6.5 women's. So if you have a size 6 or 6.5, maybe even 7, depending, you may be able to wear some of our shoes in juniors. So this style has been very popular, unisex. It's just a hot sneaker. We call it the Canyon Camo, kind of a desert camo, bright red for color contrast. Helps children actually, because the bright red and the contrasting color helps to kind of to bring that portal open.
Right.
This is another style that's very popular, unisex. It's been requested that we run this through adult sizes all the way through. So we're looking into that, but this is very popular and available up to size 6 and juniors.
Awesome.
You know, this shoe is maybe for a little bit younger demographic, more of a little kid and junior. This shoe, we have this same shoe for adults.
I was gonna say, I've seen that shoe in the adult lines too.
Yeah. So now, you know, you can match.
Yeah.
Can wear the same shoes as his kids. And if anyone's into the outdoors, this is a great shoe. The interesting thing about Camo is that you can blend in or stand out, right? It's so interesting.
Look at what I see what you did there. I love it. Now that's the next one of the other things that you were touching on a little bit was the different sizing of feet. And what I love so much about Friendlies is that you also offer to, if a child's foot or an adult's, even an adult's foot is a different size, like if one foot is a different size than the other, you will accommodate that as well, right?
Yeah, so we have a singles program. What we like to do is if an individual needs just one shoe or a differently sized pair, to visit our partner page at Zappos Adaptive, where they have a dedicated singles and different program. That's very awesome, and it's filling a big need. And if for some reason the particular style that you're looking for is not available at Zappos, if they're sold out or they're out of stock, then you can contact us directly and we'll make it happen. Awesome. It's not an easy thing for our shoe brand to do singles and different, because if you need an 8 and a 9, and then we take 1 8 1 9, now we have another 8 and 9 leftovers. We've actually kind of killed 2 pairs for one sale. So it is a logistical and financial challenge for any brand, especially a startup like us. But that's what customers need. So that's what we try and make happen. So Zappos is great. Their partnership is amazing.
Yeah, Zappos is pretty great.
Yeah,
I've written some things with Zappos, and we did a gift guide last year with Patty and Ricky, and I really love them, and they work really well with me as a team. So yeah, and speaking of gifts for Christmas, you guys, these shoes would make amazing gifts for Christmas. So keep them on your radar if you're looking for great shoes for your kids. I know this is kind of the time of the year that everybody transitions from summer shoes to fall shoes. So keep Friendlies in mind, because you guys, I cannot say enough amazing things about these guys. And talking about getting in touch with them and being able to make that process easy, they are so kind when you speak to them and you're on the phone with them. They'll make anything possible that they can for you. They go above and beyond and the extra mile. And so again, thank you so much for doing all that you do, and just being a great partner for Don't Burn the Day, and for anybody out there looking for great shoes. I can't tell you how many people have reached out to us via our, like we have posted about you guys. You've seen me in pictures in my Friendly shoes. I know you've seen AJ in pictures in his Friendly shoes. If you checked out the Facebook page, if you've checked out our website, you see their Friendly's logo down below, because we trust them and we are always willing to work with them. So they're on everything that we have because we just love them so much. But talk about what's coming down the pipe for you guys besides this new line.
Yeah, so no, definitely. We have our spring 2022 collection that's been designed, and we're just putting in a couple of very large purchase orders for that on behalf of ourselves as well as our customers in the UK. That's something actually that's new. We launched in the United Kingdom.
In terms of that, we've had a lot of people reach out and ask us questions, and I know I've had to be in communication with you and find out, like, hey, this person lives here, can we send shoes here? And you guys are automatically on it. So again, that's another great feature. Go ahead and finish. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, so you know, we're definitely happy to be working with some great customers and vendors around the world. Friendly shoes are now available in 7 countries, counting.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, Australia, Singapore. We're going to be launching in Japan next year. We just launched in the UK with a couple of great therapists who saw our product, saw it as a great solution for the for the life barriers that the senior population and the adaptive population in the UK faces. So Friendly Shoes are now available, friendlyshoes.co.uk. We're in Belgium. We're coming to the rest of Europe soon in retail. We've been shipping direct to customers in Croatia and Sweden and Finland and kind of all over Scandinavia has kind of found us and reached out.
How does that feel for you as a company, and someone who is, part of the startup? How does that feel for you as a company to be
Well,
reaching all these different places and to be having such an impact on not only that disabled community, but every community possible? And we're going to talk a little bit about what you're doing in Ireland, and then before we wrap up the show, we're going to talk about our little secret project we have working together. You guys might be a little easier for you to get Friendly Shoes from us in the future because we've got something coming on that on down the pipes between Don't Burn the Day and Friendlies. But talk to us a little bit about how that feels to be reaching those kind of demographics.
Well, it feels amazing because it's just further validation that the product is helping people, that
Right.
people are, who have these challenges and needs around the world see, recognize, and are willing to take the risk on the shipping and just because they need a solution. So what we do is that, we give our international orders just extra special attention. We communicate with them. Please measure your foot. Send us a photo of your foot. So we just, on a ruler, so we can just make sure that they get the right fit, because the shipping is a little bit more. It's about $25 to $28 to send a shoebox to Europe,
Right.
and then we may get stuck in customs for a couple of weeks. There's a delay, and it's not really possible to do an exchange or a return. So our customers have been going out of their way to measure their feet and get it just right. So, and they've had a positive experience. They wind up buying several more, oftentimes for other people in their community or their people that they know. But it feels really good, and it presents its own set of challenges and scale. Now our order volumes are much higher, but it's our customers overseas aren't necessarily at that level where a bank can factor the order. So
Right.
it's a little bit more capital intensive, and but those are good problems to have. Those are the problems you want.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say I'm so proud of you guys for having those kind of issues, because that means you're getting bigger as a brand, and we I can tell, like I keep saying every show, we talk about you or we mention you as our sponsor because these guys are really amazing people, and I'm not just saying that because I know them personally or we worked with them. When you need something fixed or when you need something from them, you can give them a call or write in and they will be right on it. So you guys have done an amazing job for as long as we've known you, and we are proud to call Friendly's Don't Burn the Day friends because
Well,
you guys are just amazing.
So just a couple of things. When someone goes to our website and click chat bot, it goes to my phone or it goes to Joseph's phone. So it's actually us responding. And at times that can be challenging because it's, every time we're having dinner with their family.
Yeah, of course.
But it's what we do. So we're doing our best while we still can at the smaller scale to personally provide the service that everyone needs. And as we scale, we're going to figure out how to automate that a little bit and make it easier.
And still keep that personal aspect of what you guys are doing, because that's the one thing that makes me as a person, and not just somebody who's worked with you, really happy to know that when I call you, you pick up the phone and you're just like, hey, because it's like a person to person respect, and I really love that. And I hope, and I'm telling people that they need to reach out to you, because again, I can't tell you how awesome these guys are, everyone. And I know if AJ was here, he'd say the same thing. I know he's got a couple pair of Friendly Shoes and he loves them. So we are just a really, really big supporters of all of you and what you're doing. Talk to me a little bit, and I know we were talking a little bit before airing about what you're doing in Ireland. So talk a little bit about what's going on there.
Yeah, so we had someone find us on the internet, a young man who has CP, and he reached out and measured his foot and bought a pair of shoes. It was our first time shipping a individual box to Europe, so it was a good test case for us. And the shoes have helped him out a lot. Number one, they're lightweight, which improves his gait and it's easier for him to walk, extends his time, and increases his functional endurance. Number two is that they're unique. He was able to show them to not just other individuals with CP, but just to his mates and his other friends. And they thought, cool, oh, what a neat zip. I bet that'd be cool. I'm cool, you know, and so it made him proud.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he put us on to a jujitsu school or a martial arts academy in Dublin that is helping these two boys that have CP pretty severely, that need some shoes that they can walk in. So we're going to be sending those boys some shoes and try and make it happen.
You guys, I just keep saying it over and over, but these guys are really amazing, and they're doing big things in the disability community and just everywhere. And I'm going to tell a personal story, and I know I touched on this a little bit on the phone earlier with you. I have a distant cousin of mine that has, you know, we didn't even realize, actually, my husband and I met my aunt on a cruise that we went on when we were still dating, before we were married. We met my aunt, and I had no idea that she was my aunt. But she ended up having a little key ring of another organization that I'm a part of, and they're not very well known. So I looked down at their key ring and I said, "Oh, you know LRO?" And she said, "Absolutely." She's like, "My granddaughter surfed with them." And I was like, "Oh, who's your granddaughter? Because I might know her. And she's like, "Her name's Keegan, and she has CP." And I was like, "I have CP." And she's like, and we kind of connected that way, and then realized that we were distant family. And so Keegan's, yeah, it's kind of weird, but Keegan's mom reached out to me a few months ago after she saw my pictures with my friendly shoes on, and she asked me about what I thought. Would they fit over AFOs, or, you know, would they be comfortable? And I said, absolutely, you need to go and pick out a pair for Keegan, or have her pick out a pair. And immediately she went over and picked out Keegan's pair, and Keegan loves them. Awesome. So there you go. But that's
how it spreads. That's great. And it is a small world, you know, which is one more reason to be friendly, because
yes, exactly. Like I said, we were on a cruise ship. This was, I think, right before we got married, and we had been in an elevator together, and like that's how connection works. But it was so interesting, and now she has a pair of friendly shoes, and I was very proud to help her with that. And you don't know how many people reach out to us via our website or via our Facebook and ask about friendly shoes. And so again, we're proud to be able to help you guys in that way. So with that, it's going to bring us to our announcement and our little discussion we had earlier. What kind of partnership and kind of we'll call it a friendship, or is DBTD and Friendly Shoes going to have? I think now we're going to have something special for all of our customers, right?
Yeah, so we kind of want to formalize this and just make it long term and make it more impactful for both Don't Burn the Day as well as all of your viewers. So we're going to come up with a unique discount code.
Yay!
Don't Burn the Day, or
DBTD. Yeah.
DBTD.
Don't Burn the Day.
And then we'll get DBTD a affiliate link, so that way all sales that come through their link and or code, they get a portion of, to keep up the great work they're doing, inspiring people around the world. So we'll get that set up, and then that way when you promote Friendly Shoes on the podcast, you can let people know about the discount code. Yeah. Because ultimately, you know, we want to serve our customers directly, and we want to cut out the middlemen, which includes Amazon, right? Or it includes, so to the extent possible, you know, and we know a lot of people prefer to buy shoes in a retail store, and that's okay. We want to meet those needs too and get into retail Some people love Zappos and go to Zappos and buy our shoes there.
Yep.
Zappos
And
is
like,
an amazing company with great
and
customer service.
like we've said many times before this, we also have a code with pattyandricky.com, and we know you sell over there. So we oftentimes tell people, when you go over to Patty and Ricky, if you want a pair of friendly shoes, use your discount code over there. And you guys remember that the Patty and Ricky discount code for us is DBTD 10, and that will give you 10% off your entire order. But now we can add to that list and say that pretty shortly here, we don't have it written out because it just finalized today, but we did want to announce it on the podcast here today that coming shortly, we will have a special discount code with our boys at Friendly Shoes. So anytime you want to go buy Friendly Shoes, make sure you use our new code, and that will be hopefully in the description box below when this video goes live on Wednesday. And we will also have it on our website, so you can check it out there, and also have it on our Facebook page. So we'd like to thank you very much for finalizing that and giving our viewers and listenership a code. We love you guys, and we've loved you for a while, and you've kind of sponsored the show for a while, but we can now officially say that we have a code for you guys, and we hope that you use it. Like he said, we will get a small commission from you using our code because we are affiliates now, but we're very happy to be spreading the friendly message.
Yeah, awesome. And we look forward to it. So we're gonna do that, and then Shannon's gonna make a really awesome video.
Yes.
How in particular Friendly Shoes are accommodating to some of the challenges she faces with CP. Yep. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll definitely share that.
Absolutely.
But we're just proud to be working with you, and we know that your message is reaching people and inspiring people, and that's amazing. So super friendly.
Thank you so much, and we are so proud to hear that you, I would have freaked out if I would have heard that girl say she heard about Friendly Shoes from us. That's amazing. I've done the expos, and I've been in that circle from other things that I've had in the past, and I know how you meet people like that. So that would have been really cool to actually see. But whoever did that, thank you so much.
Yeah, it was awesome.
A lot to us.
No, it's good. It means your reach is growing, and that's awesome. The world of podcasting is still pretty young, even though there's something like, I don't know, like 100 million podcasts.
Oh, there's so many podcasts, and we don't claim to be like super spectacular, but we do say if we can spread our message to just one person, then that's what matters, and you guys are helping us do that. So thank you so much again, and thank you for wanting to be such a friendly partner with us and loving what we do and loving our message. And as soon as I can get that personal video to you, and I know there's pictures, but I will get the video out, and we'll have it on Friendly's website and things like that, so you guys can go check it out. And remember to check out Friendly Shoes at friendlyshoes.com. Check them out for Christmas, birthdays. They're really amazing. Anybody and everybody can wear them. We're actually, we have a listener to the Don't Burn the Day podcast that reached out to me. We're actually going to partner and send her family a pair for her daughter. So we're super excited about that. Kelsey's going to get new shoes. So thank you for that. That's amazing. Kelsey has autism herself, and she lives in my area, and she's about 6 years old, and it's my pleasure to be able to send the shoes to her. So thank you for making that possible.
Hey, it's awesome, and we look forward to the feedback, Kelsey. So hit us up.
Okay. And we, again, we want to say thank you again so much to Friendly Shoes for just loving on us as Don't Burn the Day, and becoming even more of a partner than you are. And yeah, as soon as I can get that video made, we'll get it out to you. And yeah, please come on again. You're always welcome.
What I'm thinking is that between now and the next time that we come on, if your listeners have any questions about not just the products or the shoes, but about the company, or even just what it's like to start a business, anything that you may have, we are an open book. So we'd love to answer any questions. And maybe next time, actually definitely next time, I want to introduce the Don't Burn the Day community to Tamara, who is our COO and a partner. Tamara is amazing. It's not just the boys anymore. It's Joseph,
Oh yeah.
Ryan, Tamara. Tamara's
I'm glad to hear that as a woman. I'm glad to hear that.
yeah, well, Tamara's a total beast. She works harder and drives faster than Joseph and I combined. So she's
Yeah.
amazing. She's in a different life. She was a F1 driver, let me tell you.
Awesome.
But Tamara's awesome, and there's a good story on how we met her. And just the moment we met her, we knew we hoped to get the company to a point in the future where we could hire her because she's awesome. So we'll definitely get Tamara on here so you guys can meet the whole crew.
Can't wait to meet her. And yeah, I want everybody. I want to meet and see everybody because I know there's some people missing from your team today, but I want to meet and see everybody. And I want a new pair of shoes. You want a video? You got to send me a new pair of shoes, bro.
All right. Okay. Then we'll try out one of these. I can too.
I love the and I think that's the one we're sending Kelsey to because her mom picked those out too. I love the new pink leopard kids shoes. So if we, and luckily for me, I am a size 6. So just do that conversion and send me the new shoes because
right.
I'd love to do. But I also, like you guys, I have worn out my mint and peach shoes. Those are my absolute favorites, and those are the ones you see in the pictures. I literally would wear them every day. I used to not be a girl that would wear sneakers with dresses, but guess what? You have changed that for me. I wear sneakers with my dresses.
Good. And our hope is that the sneakers with fashion or fashion sneakers is a trend that continues. Because I hope that my daughter never puts on a pair of heels. They're terrible for your feet. You shouldn't have to walk around on stilts just to get noticed or promoted or what have you. So I hope that fashion sneakers stay a trend. I hope that every young woman out there is comfortable wearing awesome shoes that are good for your feet, regardless of what anyone else thinks. So
you know what? Like I used to have that issue. I used to I'm not afraid to say, and I've said it here before. I'm a 40-year-old woman, and I grew up thinking, women wear heels with dresses and things like that. And it was my husband who was like, girl, like these are so cute. You should wear it with this dress. And I looked and I was like, no, but they're really easy and they're really simple. And a lot of the times when I wear my heels with dresses, by the end of the night, my feet are killing me. But if I have my friendly shoes on with a dress that matches, like I don't have to worry about it because friendlies are so comfortable, and I can just, if they're hurting a little bit or my feet swell, because I do have issues with that a little bit, because I am in a seated position most of the time because I use a power chair. I just unzip them a little bit, and nobody's any the wiser. So it's awesome.
No, that's one of the best parts. Is just unzipping for comfort and breathability at rest. And the reality is that CP or not, most of us are in a seated position most of the time.
Right.
It probably isn't good, but that's 21st century life apparently. So whether you're in a car, you're in traffic, you're at a desk, you're on the couch, if you're wearing shoes, if they're friendly, you can just unzip for comfort and breathability without losing the functionality of your shoe. You can still ambulate and walk around with this shoe in the open position. Of course, we recommend zipping up for motion. And if you're going to climb a ladder, make sure you zip up. Otherwise,
the next time I climb a ladder, I will ensure that I zip up. Right? Anyway, before we wrap up, I just want to say thank you again to your whole team, to you. Thank you for the new code. We're gonna design it, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about that after the show, and then hopefully within a couple weeks, you guys will see a new video from me and Friendly Shoes, and also we'll announce the new code. And go on friendlyshoes.com, check out the new kids line, the I Can Too line. That's the letter I can, CAN, and the number 2. I Can Too. They're really cute styles, amazing for kids. Check them out for Christmas gifts. And we are and I wanted to announce this to you. I didn't mention it to you earlier, but I wanted to say this to you earlier. We are doing a gift guide for Don't Burn the Day listeners and our followers to kind of show a look at the styles. If you guys can see and you're watching YouTube, hold up the styles again. Hold up. Excuse me. There you go. These are just some of the styles that are available on the website, so check them out for Christmas. They're awesome. But like I said, we're planning to do a gift guide sponsored by Don't Burn the Day, and we absolutely want Friendly Shoes on the gift guide because we're going to put you top of the list.
All right.
We love you, and so maybe come back before Christmas and kind of promote again, and we'll give out the final Don't Burn the Day code, so maybe you guys can use it when you go and purchase your Christmas gifts.
Yeah, absolutely. I Can Too's by Friendly Shoes. Inclusive footwear rocks.
Yes, it does.
Your time.
And one more thing. Nowadays, since everybody loves Don't Burn the Day, we let our guest tell everybody how important it is not to burn the day. So as we close out and finalize today's show with our special guest from Friendly Shoes, why don't you tell them not to burn the day?
Time is all we have. Don't burn the day. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, and bye everybody. We'll see you next week. Have a great week.